What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for stopping in. In this video, I'm going to show you guys all of the tank abilities that we currently have access to in this alpha preview weekend. The actual alpha 1 starts on July 14th, so we still have a couple days, but I figured it'd be a great time to put out a video while we wait for that to actually occur. So right now on this server, all the devs are testing out sieges. Unfortunately, I wasn't included. I couldn't get close enough to the siege registration officer because there's so many people trying to participate, and the sieges right now are only 100 versus 100. So I decided to take my little otter mount over here to this peninsula place and show you guys all these tank abilities. Now please keep in mind that everything is in a very unfinished state in this game, and the abilities that you're going to see for the tank, these aren't even necessarily final abilities. There's many abilities that are missing. You're going to notice that there's not like a basic taunt for the tank, and some people are going to get angry and say, well, where's the taunt? It's a tank. Well, it's just not in the game yet. So just keep that in mind. I'm showing you guys what we have access to right now. So as you guys can see, there's 3 different skill trees that we can go down. I'm currently at level 15 thanks to the devs. Everybody got boosted today, and we have 29 points that we can invest into passive and the active tree. The weapon tree is still in progress. Maybe we'll have access to that when the alpha 1 actually begins. So I'm going to show you guys the active skill tree first because that's more fun, and then at the end I'll go over all of the passive skills. So the first skill in the active tree is called Onslaught, and we can put 3 points into Onslaught if we think that it's worth it. At rank 1, Onslaught will charge and deal damage to your target. So this is a distance closing attack. It's pretty good. At rank 2, you reduce the target's attack damage temporarily, which kind of makes you a bit tanky. And then at rank 3, you actually knock down the target. So it's your choice if you want to investigate points all 3 into Onslaught, or maybe you only just want it to close distance, and then you have points for other abilities that you can invest into. You guys will also notice that there's different tiers here, and if we want to unlock the 3rd tier of skills right now, we need 10 points invested into any of these abilities for that tier to unlock, and I'm going to show you guys that here shortly. So let's go ahead, and Steven's sending messages to everybody on the server that's participating in the sieges right now. Let's go ahead and check out the Onslaught ability. And I guess I'll do it on this raptor right here. It actually has a pretty good range. Bam. So there we go. And the raptor also knocked over. It looks a little bit buggy. You can see on the top the damage debuff status condition was showing under the raptor's name. So I'll take it a little bit slower this time so we can see that debuff. And there it is on top of the screen. So it says Onslaught damage debuff, and we're taking less damage than we would if we didn't do Onslaught. So yeah, so it's a pretty good ability, especially when you get it to rank 3 and you can knock down enemy players. That really pisses people off. All right, let's take a look at the next skill. The next skill is called Lacerate. Let me also point out that these skills require mana to use. I'm not sure if mana is a placeholder for stamina and they just haven't implemented the stamina system, but yeah, everything requires mana right now. So Lacerate at ranked 1, you pierce your enemy, dealing damage and causing them to bleed for additional damage over time. So this is your bleed effect, your dot. So you can apply it to an enemy, and that damage is going to keep ticking. At rank 2, you increase the bleed's duration, so you probably want to get it to rank 2 if you're going to use it. And then rank 3, hitting an enemy with Lacerate already under its bleed effect will consume the bleed and deal 50% of the remaining damage instantly. So basically, if you apply Lacerate to an enemy and they're bleeding, when the cooldown goes away, if they're still bleeding, you can use Lacerate again, and it's going to do a chunk of that damage instantly and also reapply the bleed effect. So let's go ahead and try it on this raptor right now. I should try it on a troll. The trolls have been a little bit buggy. All right, what the hell? Let's try it on a troll. So let's go up to him, and I'm going to use Lacerate. So there it is. And yet you can see how it's buggy, but the damage is ticking over time. And there it goes on his health bar, and there is the condition called Lacerate. It looks like he's just going to keep running from us. Okay, let's do this next Lacerate on a raptor. I should get on one of my mounts. So right now we have over 1 million gold, and everybody got boosted to level 15. So I have all of the mounts right here that are in the game. Some of them are actually pretty cool. All right, come here, Mr. Raptor. We'll do a quick Lacerate. And there we go. Now, if you watch, once the cooldown goes away, we can apply Lacerate once again. It's going to deal a chunk of damage and then also reapply it. Now I can just run from this enemy, and he's probably going to die. Probably. And there he goes. So yeah, so that is your bleed effect. Now let's take a look at the second tier of skills under the active tree, and this is the Javelin. This costs 45 mana. I wish they told us the cooldown. This skill actually has a longer cooldown, and you're going to see why here in just a second. So at rank 1, you pull a target enemy to your location. At rank 2, you deal damage and generate a great amount of threats. This is the only skill in the game right now that the tank has to generate threat and keep aggro on themselves. There's no basic taunt ability or anything like that. All we have is Javelin. Now, I will say that it does work pretty good. I used Javelin in one of the PvE dungeons, and about 80% of the time I was able to hold aggro, not every single time. Rank 3, it reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and step over here and pull this raptor in, and there you go. So it's just a basic pull in on an enemy, keeping an enemy close to you as a tank, and also hey, how you doing, Des? And also keeping enemies focused on you because you're the tank and you don't want them attacking your healer. So it's a pretty good ability. Let's go ahead and do it again on this beach troll. And it bugged out right there. The beach trolls are so buggy right now. Yeah, let me just remind you guys that the game is in a very unfinished state. This is the tech alpha, so I wouldn't judge these things too harshly. If we get to alpha 2 and the betas and things haven't changed, then we can start getting really serious with our complaints. All right, let's do it on this raptor right here. So we pull him in, and there we go. And it was a little bit buggy right there too. I'm gonna drop a Lacerate. He's gone. All right, beautiful. Yep, so that is your Javelin, the only skill that us tanks have to try to generate threat on enemies at this time. All right, the next skill is called Resounding Smash. It requires 45 mana, and at rank 1, you strike enemies in front of you. So this is an attack on area effect. Then deal additional damage after a short delay to any targets that were initially struck. So right now we don't really have an AoE attack, so you're probably going to want to pick up one. So let's go ahead and get rid of Javelin for now and pick up Resounding Smash. Now at rank 2, the delayed hit deals additional damage, and at rank 3, the delayed hit returns mana to yourself. So it's actually not bad to have this skill. It'll keep boosting your mana, and it gives you an opportunity to attack multiple enemies in front of you. Come here, brother. I'm gonna go into the action combat system. You guys can see there's a reticle now. Oh, we got pounded into the ground right there. We have a reticle. This is very unfinished also. It's still kind of cool though. I hope they can get it working well. And let's go ahead and do a Resounding Smash. And there we go. We did 75 damage to both of them, and then it also did damage again shortly after that. So not bad to have some form of skill that you can do to hit multiple enemies. All right. On to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Resounding Smash. And this one is Bulwark, which costs 35 mana. And at rank 1, you bash enemies in front of you twice. The second attack temporarily grants increased block chance. Rank 2, additional increased block chance. And rank 3, the second attack knocks down enemies. So we're going to want our shield probably with this one. This one's a very tanky skill, and basically if you're just trying to not die and you're trying to hold aggro, you're going to do Bulwark as many times as you can to reduce the incoming damage and give yourself a better chance of blocking attacks. So let's go ahead and go into my backpack and find my shield and my one-handed sword. All right, so let's go up to this enemy over here. I'm going to leave the action combat system and go back into tab targeting for now. And I guess we'll go up to this crab and we'll just do Bulwark. Here we go. So there it is. It just kind of looks like a double shield smash, and then we have a better chance of blocking an attack, which didn't work. So let's go ahead and let the cooldown go down, and I'll do it again. Here we go. Now we're probably going to block one of these attacks. Nope, we're not. Okay. Well, it seems to be working in my other tests. It seems to work, but when I need it to work, it doesn't want to work. So come here, Mr. Raptor. There we go, and then bam. Now let's see if we can block something. Okay, there it is. All right, there's the block. Okay, awesome. All right. Uh-oh, now I need my Resounding Smash because we have all these enemies on me. Oh shit, we're gonna have to. I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. Call in the bear. All right, we're safe now. Okay. So yeah, not the best. Oh my god, that bear went flying. Not the best example of Bulwark, but it seems to have worked good in the past for myself. You use it and you increase your chance for blocking. You get to do a little bit of damage with it and all that good stuff. All right, let's go ahead, and now I need 10 points invested to go into the next skill tree, the 3rd tier. And here we go. We have Weapon Toss. So this is a ranged attack for your tank. Costs 35 mana, and at ranked 1 you throw your weapon at a target. At rank 2 it bounces to 2 additional enemies, and then at rank 3 it explodes upon hitting the final target, dealing damage to enemies in the area. So let's go ahead and test this out. I like having this. It's nice to be able to actually do damage to a target without having to close the distance or pull them closer to you. So if somebody's rolling away or running away, man, my speech is bad tonight, you can just go ahead and do a weapon toss. So let's try it on this raptor. And there it is. And it also exploded right there. Now, if we had another raptor right in the area, it would have bounced to both of them and then exploded on the final raptor. So let's go ahead and do it again right here. Come here. All right, we got him. And we got him. Now let's back up and I'll do weapon toss. So there you go. Yeah, so it worked pretty good right there. Nice ability to have. It's nice to change things up and be able to do stuff like that as a tank. Let's go ahead. Okay, so now let's get rid of the weapon toss and take a look at Shockwave. So we talked about AoE attacks earlier, the Resounding Smash, and actually also the weapon toss. Shockwave, in my opinion, is nice because it actually smashes the ground, and anybody standing in that area takes damage. So at rank 1, strike the ground with your weapon, dealing damage to enemies in front of you and leaving a fiery patch of earth that continuously? Huh. Am I right, or are they right? Deals damage to enemies in the area over its duration. Rank 2, the fiery patch left behind deals additional damage, and then ranked 3, it slows enemies standing in the area. So this is decent. It's not as good in PvP because enemies will move out of the area, but PvE enemies aren't that smart. So let's go over here and do it on these 2 trolls, maybe even the raptor. Oh no, it's on my hotkey 6 right now. No, attack me. All right, here we go. And boom. Yeah, it's all bugging out, but you can see anytime the raptor's on this area, and I can actually stand here and not take damage. I'll do it again. Come here, baby. Come here. So there we go, and I can just stand here and he's taking damage over time, and I could also lacerate, and then the raptor's taking double the dots. So all right, let's kill him. All right, on to the next one. The next one is called Myrmidon's Fury. Costs 25 mana, and at rank 1 you strike your target and gain a temporary buff that gives you a chance to counterattack each time you're struck. Now this is one of them that doesn't seem to work for me. I haven't seen the counterattack, but let's go ahead and try it quickly on this troll. So this is what it looks like. Damn, the trolls are scared of me. I think they're scared maybe because I'm level 15. That could be it. That guy's itching his back right there. All right, come here, Mr. Crab. Let's try it on you. So yeah, it doesn't really have much of an animation. I'll do it again for you guys here. When the cooldown goes away, it's halfway done. We'll just stand here and take damage like a true tank. All right, here we go. So here it goes again. That's all it looks like right now. And I've never seen a counterattack yet. So I don't know if it's just glitched or what, but yeah, that's a skill that we do have access to right now. And now let's go ahead and make sure we invest 18 points into the active skill tree so we can unlock Ultimate Defense. Become immune to damage for 3 seconds. At rank 2, the duration increased to 5 seconds. So of course you want that. And then rank 3, grant damage mitigation to all party members. So this is a really good tank skill, and it looks kind of cool. I'll go ahead and activate it right now. And that's it. And of course, if you have a party, it's going to help everybody out, and you get that 5 seconds of immunity. Very, very useful for a tank. Oh, the cooldown's actually fairly long. It doesn't give you a timer, but you can see it's going really slow. So I'll go ahead and fast forward the video. Well, apparently the cooldown seems to be over a minute, so I'm not going to fast forward the video. Hopefully we don't get kicked off the server, so let me quickly read you guys the passive skills. So if we invest into the passive tree, let me get rid of some of these. The first skill we get is called Block Chance. Increase the chance to block attacks by 20%. Blocked attacks deal 20% reduced damage. You can only put 1 point into these, at least as of right now. The second passive skill is Mana Regeneration. Regenerate an additional 1% of your maximum mana per second. And then on the second tier here, we have healing received. Increase the amount of healing received by 10%. Then health regeneration. Regenerate an additional 1.5% of your maximum health per second. Critical hit rate. Increase the chance for damaging and healing abilities to critically hit by 5%. On the third tier, we have maximum health. Increase maximum health by 75. So tanks and even tanks that aren't necessarily going to tank as much and they want to do more damage, this is something that's nice to have. Defense mitigation. Increase defense mitigation by 4. And then on the fourth tier here, we have physical evasion bonus. Increase physical evasion bonus by 5. Then we have cooldown reduction. Reduce all ability cooldowns by 5%. And then movement speed. Increase movement speed by 5%. That can be super useful in PvP situations. So yeah, guys, that is the tank that we have access to currently in this alpha preview weekend. Like I said, these skills are not final and many skills are missing. And the point of this test is not to test out these skills. It's more so a tech test. So hopefully this video was helpful for those of you guys that were wondering. Oh my gosh, we all got flagged for PvP right now. Everybody got flagged for PvP. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the future, I'll do way more in-depth guides and dives into these and try to do higher quality videos. But I just wanted to show you guys this while we have a little bit of break until the actual Alpha 1 begins. I'll catch you guys on a future stream and video. Goodbye.